I have finally gone outside for the first time in a while after caging myself in this room. But out of my willingness, and in fact, I just got home today and now I'm recording this video. I discovered a bunch of things about myself and about people in general. I'm not gonna lie to you. Today is so exhausting, and I don't think I could talk properly. Like I had like a long flight, and then just like took some transportation home. It was seriously tiring, and I haven't cleaned my room and a bunch of things. So I would say that you should get yourself out there sometimes, even though the purpose is not mainly for exploration or like entertainment or joy. Like usually when you travel, the purpose is that, oh, I want to see new culture, I want to see new people, I want to see new architecture, right? But actually, your purpose is determined by what you think. Like literally, you don't have to think the same thing as other. Some people probably, like travel to escape their depression, because like staying in the same room for a long period of time, it makes them depressed. So they just cope by traveling. It can be just literally anything. And the thing that you would get from traveling is the answer whether you like it or not, or this approach works for you to cure your depression, or it is actually fun for you or not. As Arthur said, that like, oh, I've been to Texas, it is so cool. I've been to New York City, like damn, like I like the buildings and stuff, but like it would be totally different when you go there yourself because you have different perception, you have different belief. you know Nothing is the same, even though like we're all human, because like there are dumb people, there are smart people. you know you could be in the US, you know and a bunch of people probably are experiencing obesity. Meanwhile, you've been locked in, go to the gym consistently, and you always, put effort into work. You read in your free time. You don't waste your time, like drinking or, hanging out with some toxic friends who talk behind your back once you are not present. You will learn a lot, seriously. And I know this myself when I, like go outside, like I just went to Phuket, right? Most people probably think that like, oh, I would see a beautiful beach and stuff, but I noticed myself that what I did instead is observing people. It sounded weird, right? Like seriously, I just went there to observe, how people are, and mostly they are tourists and very diverse, like Arabs, white, and some Indians and stuff. I have seen the reality from another perspective based on reality, not just from like social media or what like from what others tells you on social media and stuff, but like this one, I've seen it with my own eyes. Now I came to an understanding how people act, when they are outside. You would see reality as it is, not what is told. It is completely different thing. And in fact, most people they believe that the reality is what they think and perceive to be. And in fact, it is completely different thing. Imagine, right? There is a map, you know, back then when in like 18th century, right? You got like a map, right? And then this map represents like some like place, like for example, like in the UK, okay, like this map is like the UK map, like you see like where the buildings are, where their like beaches are, whatever, right? But it sometimes it is not accurate. For example, in the map it says that like if you go like more like I don't know around like 100 meters, you would get to the coast. But in fact, in reality, you need to take like 300 meters, and there would be a bunch of like rocks there and coastlines, which will make it harder for you to get there because it is not the same thing. You get what I mean? It is just a representation of reality, but it doesn't mean that it is the reality itself. You need to separate those beliefs. But most people they just don't know. That's why it is really important, to understand it by yourself. You receive some information, but it doesn't mean that it would be entirely true. You need to, find the opposite argument of it so that you wouldn't be biased and in fact you would show that you have critical thinking skills, which is so important. I would say that getting myself out there this time is really worth it in terms of, like understanding myself and people more. Did I have like joy? I mean, yeah, but I don't think it is not even like in the decent level like as like people who travel and they would be like so happy, like and they don't even want to go home and stuff like bro, literally yesterday I in fact wanted to go home since yesterday, but like my flight back is today, so I already booked it, so I just could not do that. But partially I would say that it is because of the weather also. I did not check it like because like I'm really new with traveling, so I don't know what vari- excuse me, I don't know what variables should I you know calculate in my traveling equation. You get what I mean? Like now I understand that when you want to travel you need to check the weather, not just when you're free, because I understand that like you probably like have time like during the summer and maybe you want to come to Thailand, right? But then in your country it's summer, but in Thailand it is, for example, it is rainy season. But then when you come here you expect like, oh, it's gonna be like so good summer, but then when you come here it rains every single day and you cannot go outside. Even though technically you can, but there aren't many activities that you can do indoors. And you would feel like, damn, I should have shaked it. So I just don't want you to make the same mistake. Or you should understand the purpose of your traveling. If you want to see like sakura in Japan, I don't know like what kind of season is that like. But if you go there when in that country it is winter, but you somehow have the free time during those months, but you didn't check their season beforehand, and then you just go there and just like get absolutely like coldness instead of like seeing sakura, you'd be completely disappointed. So just try to be more um what is the word, I would say that you need to check many things as much as possible so that your traveling would turn good. You don't want your travel to be horrible just because of like a singular variable, such as like weather or your budget and stuff, or even like people. It can be anything. I was just like, this video is like, I just want to tell you that traveling is, I don't think it depends, whether you want to have fun, you just want to like cure your depression, or like it could be literally anything. But to me, I just mainly wanted to understand myself more and about people. So I would say that it was successful in terms of that, but in terms of joy, I don't think so. Because I know that it could have been better if I have higher budget, but I'm not born with affluence, so I can't help. It's gonna be a very, very long time until I travel next time. So for the most part, you're just gonna see me in this boring room. So I'm just gonna come back to upload my, YouTube videos, a couple like a couple of videos daily, just as usual. So now I come back and I can't wait to tell you guys what I've learned from it. And yeah, see you in the next video, and I hope you get something from this video. Peace out.